Hi Cancer, welcome to your August 2020 tarot reading. This is going to be a very important month for you. You have so many major arcana cards here, and you have the heavy major arcana cards. Well, you know what? I don't want to say unfortunately. I think you have the growing major arcana. I do see a glow up here with the Empress card. That's always my one of my glow up cards. That and the Nine of Pentacles. You got the Wheel of Fortune, Death, the Emperor, and the Empress that came out together. One came out to clarify the other, which is really important to me too. So I feel like this month you're gonna feel some growing pains as well. Um, you're ready. You're the process to get the message for your spread this month was really intense. I almost want to say I felt slightly anxious. And I don't want to say that that is anything to do with how you're feeling or how you will feel, but I just felt anxious for you. I feel like while I have you face to face before I put the camera down, I feel like there's something you're not seeing. And it could be because you don't want to see it or because you haven't come across a reason to start looking at the people you have around you or the people you're dating. I feel like family is going to be really important for you this month. I don't feel like you have any negative energies in family wise, but I do feel you have negative energies love wise and I want to say friend wise too, possible co-workers as well. I really feel like it was you. I did a video for a while back, and you were dating a slightly narcissistic person, and I came up as a magician, and I see that person here again this month. Um, yeah, I really feel like it was. I don't watch my videos because it takes my process for doing the spreads and getting the overall messages so long that I feel like I memorize it already. I don't need to watch it, and I also don't edit my videos too. But I do want to say that it was you that had this really karmic kind of energy with your current relationship that you were getting out of, and you were with someone that was a potential gaslighter, like I said, a potential narcissist, someone not so. Yeah, the energy, and I use this term a lot, but the energy was awful with this person, and they have shown up here on the spread. Um, like I said, you're willfully not seeing something, and I feel like you're trying to live your life in a way that if I'm positive, if I just keep going day by day, then things will get better. And while that is a really great trait to have, optimism, it can also be a little a hindering, and it could be slightly dangerous. And that is why I felt anxious for you because I do feel like you're trying so hard to be positive, trying so hard to move on from something or someone that you still have a battle to fight. You still have enemies out there that need to be addressed or confronted or just vanquished in general, and you kind of are trying to avoid doing that. And I say this respectfully, and I say this to whoever resonates with that. You got the Seven of Wands twice. You got the Tower, and you got that Magician again. And the Magician, when I pulled it right away, I knew it was that person that we were dealing with. The last either I want to say one or two videos before this one. But I will say, everything looks great toward the end of the month, but only once you start taking off those rose colored glasses, once you stop being a little bit passive, and and once you start being a little bit more aggressive. I will explain everything. I just want to do this face to face because I like giving a little preview to what is about to come out because it is a lot. My videos tend to be a bit long. But you really need to watch your surroundings. You got the Seven of Swords too as a very last card, and I will explain why I felt that that was a good thing. But there were some indicators here that you just aren't being careful enough, and that's why I felt anxious. If that makes sense. So we can go ahead and get started. Like I said, the Seven of Wands came out twice, and it was the very first card for you. So it was the initial energy here, which is just you have people that you need to kind of put in their place, if that makes sense. And I say people, because like I said, it's multiple for sure. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I do feel major glow up energy here in this spread for you. This month is going to be really intense. So, like I said, if today is the 15th, 14th, right up until maybe the middle of September, you're going to have a lot of growing to do, a lot of releasing, and a lot of battles to fight. The one good thing about this, though, especially with the rendering here in this particular deck, is you see this person fighting. You don't see them huddled up in a corner, allowing all these people to take their turns hitting him. He's putting up a really good fight, and he looks like he's winning. The Seven of Wands to me is a positive card, but it is a card of having to either battle something from your past, or you will have to battle something currently or in the future. For you, I feel like it's all three. I see you either protecting yourself, and that could be physically. I know this is a very physical card. Wands, they tend to be on the physical scale, so I do see you having to take precautions physically, and I don't want to be scary or sinister, but it's something that I felt throughout the spread that you need to take precautions and emotionally as well, because you came out on top in that last video I mentioned, and you come on top in this one too. But in order to do that emotionally, you have to protect your peace. The good thing, though, I'm feeling here, especially in the beginning, is that I do feel you have people protecting you. I do feel like you have people watching your back, and I mentioned that I feel like it's family, but it could be friends that you consider family. It could be people you've worked with, coworkers that like you, but it's a family energy. Um, you could even be fighting with money for money that's owed to you, because you did get a lot of indicators of a legal battle. Normally, I always throw that in as a little disclaimer or a little, sidebar, but I really feel like you're in a legal battle here too. It could be you're fighting for money that's owed to you, you're fighting to keep your personal businesses and your projects safe. But you have goals, especially with this. This is the Page of Wands. This is someone really creative, really artistic, but also really passionate. So this could be news of just something coming toward you that's going to change your life in terms of passion, in terms of art, in terms of a business project. And I like that it came out with the Seven of Wands. So in the midst of all this conflict, you do have some good news coming to you. But you just really can't allow yourself to be distracted. This could also be signifying that while you're going after something you really love with this page here, it's not going to be easy. Um, on the plus side of the Page of Wands, it could be a vacation because it does signify travel. Um, it could be some news that you get that results in you having to travel and see someone. But basically, you're on the defense here with the Seven of Wands. So you're being called to kind of defend yourself against something or someone. And that's really where you're at currently, or where you are literally about to be at. Especially if that video I keep mentioning does apply to you, that situation is pretty much far from over, unfortunately. With this Fool card here, though, I see this as you hanging on to your stability, and I don't know why I heard while I was shuffling and getting my notes together and really just seeking a message for you. I heard that you're really trying to hold on to your sanity here. If you are dealing with this magician that is a gaslighter, that kind of messes with you mentally. And it's a whole new way of being once you escape from that kind of person or that kind of energy. You really have to retrain your thoughts. And that's what I feel like with this Fool card here. I'm getting that there may be people they're just trying to mess with you or trying to stress you out. Um, you're also trying not to obsess over something. So with this Page of Wands, I felt that you got some kind of news here, and it wasn't necessarily bad, especially since it's a Wands card. But it kind of shifted something in you, and it could even be regards to someone popping back up again, because I got that energy too. But then the Tower came out to clarify this Fool, so eventually you will get some kind of news or some kind of event this month that will shock you. And with the Fool here, you have to be careful to not let it cause a misstep or not cause a regression, if that makes sense. Um, this is around the point where I felt that willful blindness, that willful ignorance. It could be in regards to love or friends. Like I said, you got the Six of Cups right after this, so I don't feel like it's family. I feel like it's family that's in your corner, but there's someone protecting you right now, and then there are people that are doing the opposite. They're attacking you. So you're really being cautioned with these cards to save your energy and to watch your back, because you're not at this alone. You have people in your corner, so you really don't have to put your all into fighting these people off or this situation off, because you do have help. That being said, use that energy, or use a significant amount of your energy into keeping yourself safe. And I do feel like you have a family. For a few of you, that resonates with that, because the Empress did come up along with this initial page, the Six of Cups. I saw the Sun a few times while shuffling for you. So some of you may have a family, or in the process of building a family. You're really being asked with this Fool card to just direct your energies into the people that are there for you, and the people that care for you. Um, you again, I'm just getting that whatever happens, it's just really up to you to keep yourself safe. You can't be impulsive, especially with this Tower card. You can't be blind with this Fool card. It's fine to hope for the best. Like I said, it's great to be optimistic, especially since the Sun did show up for you while it was shuffling. You are a very positive person, but I'm feeling that you have to be a bit more ruthless. You're really going to need courage this month, and the Strength card popped up later in the spread. So you need courage, you need self-awareness. That's the most important part, especially since right after that we got the Six of Cups, and this is rose-colored glasses type of energy, especially since the Magician was what came out to clarify. And while the Magician is a great card if you're manifesting and trying to create a whole new life, which I do see you in the process of doing, it is a person that could be very dishonest, but dishonest in a way that they just are good at throwing illusions at you. So, yeah, they may lie, but they also may just kind of put you in a place where, they have you believe certain things without them actually even saying anything. And then they kind of gaslight you for not knowing the truth. If that makes sense. That's the energy I got in your last video, and that's the energy I'm getting here. Um, I don't know if you're considering allowing them to come back in the picture, especially with the Six of Cups card. I almost wanted to clarify more, but I got a pretty good message here. The Magician is Gemini energy. That's not it. They're known to have the gift of gab. They're known to be really charming. They're also known to be just really smart, but not just smart, clever. Cleverness is something completely different from intellect. It's whatever they need to do, whoever they need to be, they know how to adapt to that. It's almost, I got chameleon energy from this card. Especially next to the Six of Cups, it's almost like they're throwing these false memories at you, and they're kind of distracting you and throwing these illusions of what might have been or what was. And you're seeing all this in rose-colored glasses. So it's like this past person is literally casting some kind of spell here. I'm not getting that any type of practitioners are against you, or anybody that is well versed in doing work is against you. But because of the fact that I do get some type of negative energy, and the Magician, that is something I should warn you about, because for a select few of you, it could be possible that maybe your past person or select enemies, they do have that type of gift to where they can do work on people. It's a really big thing now too, so I would just be wary of that. But for most of you, I'm just getting that you need to be careful of not idolizing the past, not romanticizing things that were really negative for you, because the Magician, at some point, I felt like things were great and the potential was there, but you have to get out of that and base yourself in reality, especially since this Fool card came up. This is where I got the most energy for you, by the way. That used to be a thing I used to do with all my first videos. So the Fool card is the major energy of this month, and it's really the major warning for you. So immediately after that, with the Empress coming out, I do feel like you maintain your dignity. That was the main energy I got from her. She's just someone really dignified. So you're withstanding whatever you're hit with, and you definitely aren't sinking to anyone's level. But I do feel like you are prepared to fight in a way that is graceful. The Emperor came out with this person, and as well as the Seven of Wands again. So this was the second time, which is why I felt like this is the energy of you fighting back and you just not taking it lying down. You this is only the second time in all of my readings that the Empress and the Emperor have come out together, in two completely different decks, which I love. So there is a perfect pair on the board. I love that saying. I've heard other readers use it. But yeah, you two are a perfect pair. So this kind of gave me multiple energies. For some, I really did feel that this is new love coming in. It could be a fire sign, Aries. But for others, I thought that this could be you taking control of your life. Um, for those of you who are in the process of a new love or a new relationship, I'm almost wondering if that's why all this conflict is happening, and that could be where I'm getting the multiple energies coming from. Because this person can have their own baggage and their own set of conflicts, and then you have this magician, you have this the past drama, and that coming together could be where I'm getting all of this uh, strife, all of this of really chaotic energy here of you just having to be on guard. So that is something to consider. But whoever this person is, if it applies and you are dating someone new, this person has your back. I don't think that this came out as a pair it did for a reason. It didn't come out as just a typical queen and king. It came out as the emperor. So this person is really prepared to go to war for you, and they almost want you to sit back and be your glamorous, graceful, dignified self while they do the heavy lifting. Because these two cards came out together to clarify. So I really got the sense that they want you to lay back, um, take a breather, and then they kind of take it from there, which I really liked because I felt that you are definitely protected. And I'll get into more of that. But for others of you, this could even just be you and your divine feminine and your divine masculine energy, because that is what these two cards represent to me. Um, yeah, they're paired for a reason. So it's definitely two different types of energies that you may have to use in order to fight the way you need to fight. Um, the Emperor really isn't someone you want to mess with. So I feel like this could even possibly be you, um, still being graceful, still being dignified, but also getting a bit more, all right, I've had enough. The real me is about to come out. So for I do also see that there's a potential family unit here. That's why I mentioned kids at one point. Um, with the Sun card showing up multiple times while shuffling, Six of Cups, Page starting off the spread. I do feel like if this is a new relationship, there is a possibility for this to be a family unit. If you already have children or if you already had a situation with this past person, I feel that the sense of blending a family. But either way, someone or something is really in your corner and they're protecting you. And they like that you're someone really centered and calm, nurturing, and optimistic as well. And they worry for you. I think they almost see you as too innocent. Um, People definitely are coming to your defense regardless, and they're willing to fight with you against whoever is trying to come for you. So this could even be an older male figure in your family, but because of the pair and the fact that the Empress and the Emperor came out, I'm really feeling it's a romantic partner. And I'm saying this because immediately after you get the Wheel of Fortune with Death to clarify. So this is just about that. You have divine intervention in regards to protection for sure. The wheel is turning in your favor. You have so many major arcana cards this month. I think you had the most so far of all the signs. But it was a really potent energy from these cards. So this is a karmic month for you. And I feel like, especially with this Empress card coming up and this Fool card coming up, You're someone that deserves really good things. You probably are someone that's really, really nice and sweet. And I feel like I'm getting deja vu saying this because I feel like I said this verbatim in your other video. So you're probably someone really nice, someone really good. And I almost want to say because you were so kind to people that are not so kind, you have great karma now for the next few lifetimes. Um, that's the vibe that I'm getting, especially with death being involved too, because death could also mean immortality, it could mean resurgence or regenerating. So you probably reset your karma here in the past few months. I want to say with the last video I did for you and coming into this month, and the way that you're handling things, the way that you treat people, even if they aren't treating you that great, I feel like you really open the door up to get intense blessings, and you're gonna start to see them this month. Because again, with all these people in your corner, I almost want to say it's not even just a physical defense; it's a spiritual defense too. But this whatever this conflict is that you had the two Seven of Wands come out about, and they came out both upright, so you have a lot of fighting, a lot of conflict around you. But it's done. It's pretty much, at least on the spiritual plane, the 5D plane, it's you finished that battle. Even if you haven't realized it or not, this has ended, and it's ended because you've had enough. You're also getting to a really abundant time as well because the Wheel of Fortune is a reversal of fortunes. Whatever you're struggling with, or in whatever way you're struggling, the opposite is about to happen for you. So you may end up in a really, really great financial spot because of karma. Um, the universe gives, the universe takes. So I feel like whoever was taking from you or trying to take from you, they're ending up in this lack, or they're ending up in this conflict ridden energy now because they tried to put that on you. I really like these two cards together. It's one of the rare combinations I haven't had yet in any of my personal readings or my YouTube videos. Um, I should just say I don't see you working for someone right now, or I didn't get that vibe when I was really trying to get your message this month. But I do see you coming into some money. You didn't get any pentacle cards. I think you got the ace to clarify, but in your initial spread, you got no pentacle cards, which is interesting. You just got wands and cups, and then after, oh, you got one sword too. So it's an emotional month. It's a spiritual month for you. But money is coming. But money, not in terms of like a huge windfall, but money in the sense that your income is about to change. So your career may change. Your need for even having an income, you may not need to work at some point this month. That's what I feel more so than you just getting a Pentacles card and a huge sum of money being thrown in your lap. I really want to say that you're in an artistic creative period right now because with all the wands cards, the page of wands, this ace of pentacles too, it's more on the creative side of making money. You've also transformed here with this death card right after the empress. That's where I got that glow up energy. You're gaining independence and even a possible promotion too with this wheel. The thing though about energy vampires and the thing about having to fight off so many people, it really sucks the energy and the youthfulness out of you, especially if it goes on for a long period. I think with this death card, it's just that being put to rest because we got the Four of Swords later. I think it was one of the last cards in the spread. A lot of things are just going to be done with, and you get your youth back, you get your vitality back, especially since the Strength card is right after the spread. So if you were dealing with a lot of low vibrational people, finally leaving them or cutting them out of your life, it's going to improve your physical health with the Strength card too. You may not have even realized that it took a toll on your health until that situation was done. But then once it's finished, you're in this Empress energy for a while, and it's going to be something that feels very sudden, but it's been in the works for a very long time with this Wheel of Fortune, and then the results are going to feel really, really good for you. With the Strength card, though, especially after the Wheel of Fortune, there are hidden forces at work. both in regards to the people attacking you with these Seven of Wands, and also in regards to the people that are helping you with this Emperor here and your family. This can even be spirit guides, loved ones that have passed over or transitioned, just ancestors in general. You don't even need to believe in that for them to help you, because again, if you're the type of person that I feel the energy from, in terms of being just really kind and really giving, they're going to help you regardless. You got, again, so much karmic energy here. So who's ever, trying to battle you, they don't realize like their strength coming from you in such a deep inner core that they underestimated you. And it's gonna cost them for sure. There's something also that you are seeing, but towards the month's end, I really feel like you're gonna have more faith. So if you aren't someone who believes in spirit guides and past lives and ancestors and all of that, maybe you may have a change of heart, especially with the Fool card here and the Strength card. You may start developing faith in something slightly different than what you're used to. You'll also start recognizing that you're the one in charge here, that nobody can hurt you unless, I don't even want to say that unless you allow them to hurt you, because that's slightly victim blaming. I want to say that you have a much stronger defense than you think you do, and you start to realize it toward the end of the month. You're just not being asked to be focused and prepared, because this Four of Cups could be slightly overindulgent behavior and scattered energy type of lack of focus type of situation. So you're being asked to get out of that because you have so much work to do and you have so much good coming to you that you're being asked to really take stock of your life and be grateful for all the things that have happened, even if they felt awful. They really brought you to this place, because like I said, the last video, I felt it so strongly that because of who you are and because of the selfless love that you give to people, you really turned your karma around. Not to say you started with bad karma, but you just really excelled spiritually. I feel like certain life paths are sped up once you learn your lessons very quickly, and that's what I see for you. Just a little bit of organization, just a little bit of self-awareness and caution is being asked of you, because it's great to be a giving person, a graceful, dignified person, but you do also want to be prepared. And I don't know what it is exactly you need to prepare for. That, I think, is also what was making me anxious about the spread. But around here, I almost want to feel like something is going to get exposed. Um, and I feel like the initial shock that you experienced at the beginning of the spread with this Tower card and the Page of Wands coming out, that was a setup for the big exposure that's going to happen at the end of the month. It's the Fool card again too. It's just something you won't be aware of, that you won't see coming, but it will make sense once it's revealed to you. I don't feel the Tower is coming out in a negative. I only feel like it came out in the sense that, hey, you have a ways to avoid being completely shocked or completely unaware, as long as you start paying attention to what's going on around you. But the reveal of the whoever's plotting, I think that is going to be the big shock for you this month, more toward the end of this month. I feel really weird saying this though. I got, especially with this Hierophant and the Four of Swords, for a select few of you, maybe even more than that, there's going to be legal repercussions for what was done to you, especially if there was some type of exposure. Whoever messed with you, they could face dire consequences, and I don't want to even be dramatic. I try not to be too dramatic in my videos, but I got this sense of like restraining orders being involved, possible jail time, but nothing like too crazy. You just have people fighting for you for real. This is this Four of Swords. It's just the whole conflict is being put to bed. It's done. You see at the bottom of this card it says truce, but I just feel like it's not even a truce. It's just a complete annihilation of whoever's trying to come after you, and it's like a barrier, and it's a legal barrier for sure. This Hierophant. If you are crossed again, I feel like this is more where this energy is. So that's why I mentioned a restraining order or just some type of defense that you're finally realizing that you need to take, or an action you need to take. I see you legally taking it towards the end of the month. It also is legal success, and I do feel like it's even possible that one of these battles you're fighting is a legal one, so you do have success coming legally to you too. I don't know why, but I felt like if it is a legal type of situation, it's more in regards to work. I don't know if someone's trying to come after something you've built or trying to take ownership of something you've built, but you're not having it too, and you're being asked to really fight for what you've created for sure, especially with the Seven of Swords here. So that's why I almost felt like someone was trying to come after what you've built or what you've created, but you're not allowing it. I almost see this as you just holding tight to what's yours. But again, this is also a warning to be careful. And I heard traveling too, especially with this Page of Wands. I do get that you will be going somewhere this month. The Sun, as I mentioned, the Emperor is somebody that can whisk you away somewhere, because I do feel like some of you are in new relationships. So if you are traveling, please be careful. Please go with only people you trust, to places that you are just not completely unaware of or completely unknowledgeable about, if that makes sense. If you are going somewhere you've never been before, just take the due diligence to scope out the area, to choose the safest place. Don't trust everyone you meet, because this does signify danger while traveling. Just have caution, and I think that is going to be the title of your video. You just really need to watch your back in several areas, and again, it's not anything sinister, it's not anything super scary. It's just you're too kind, you're too giving, and people, that's a magnet for leeches, that's a magnet for energy vampires. So you're being asked not to change who you are, but to just evolve a little bit. um, but mostly, I just see this card as you coming out on top. You have a whole new beginning coming to you, because you got the Three of Wands to clarify, and my favorite, you got the Ace of Pentacles. So whatever it is that you're doing is working for you in terms of creativity, in terms of art. It's also a really lucky time for you karmically. I know I keep saying that, but if you are sitting on something, or if you have some kind of an idea or artwork you're not showcasing, now is the time with this Wheel of Fortune. You're being asked to seize the moment here for sure with the Seven of Swords. It's the second of the two swords cards you've gotten this month. So mentally, you're being asked to release a little. Um, have that mental barrier in terms of protecting yourself, but everything else here is just passion and spirituality, it's emotion. So maybe you're someone that's really cerebral and really intellectual. This month, you're kind of being asked to think outside the box. Especially with this Ace of Pentacles. This is a whole new foundation being set. That's why I felt it's not necessarily a windfall of money coming to you, but it's just a different way of living that's going to be offered to you. The Lover's card was at the bottom of the deck. So I just think you really have to turn your weaknesses into your strengths, especially with the Seven of Swords here, or what other people view as a weakness into a strength. And that will help you create a new life for yourself, especially with this Three of Wands here too. Um, with the Lover's card and the Emperor showing up, you are kind of being asked to make sure that whoever you're with is on the same page as you. Um, you want an equal partner, and I think you will get it. You just have to be very discerning in all ways. And I love the Emperor and Empress coming out together for you. The Two of Pentacles was at the bottom of my clarifier deck. So it's a lot of twos, a lot of integration, a lot of just molding yourself and making sure you have an even mix of what you need to survive. So an even mix of compassion, an even mix of aggressiveness. I don't want to say dishonesty, but just a little fight in you, to come out on top. There's nothing wrong with that. So yeah, it was a lot. I felt like this was going to be a long one, but I do always like to end my videos with oracle cards. I do want to see where you are love-wise, because that Emperor and the Lovers was really an interesting energy. And the Hierophant too can mean an ultimate commitment being made. Some may get proposed to or married. Some type of legal commitment this month for you, possibly. And with your past person showing up too, I almost want to say that this person is coming out of the woodwork because you are moving on, because you're gaining some kind of success. Let's see. Yeah, I also have my Patreon page for those who are unaware. I have a link in the description box. I do more in-depth love readings. I do spreads for those in relationships and outside of relationships. Night in, a moment alone, a partner is busy, free time or a mental vacation, staying in. This is good energy. I feel like you're taking it slowly if you are dating or if you are with someone new. It could even be that you're trying to hide this person because your life is slightly a mess right now with the staying in. It could be in regards to quarantine. We're all staying in as well. But I also feel like you are traveling. It mentions mental vacation, but I got a lot of travel cards for you. So it could be a type of staying in, but like going away somewhere and being secluded in a different location, which I like for you as well. Because you've been through a lot. The past few videos I've done for you were really intense. And whoever this magician is, depth, complexity, awareness, importance. This to me is also the Fool card too. I just really want you to be aware this month. Resentment at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, I feel like this can be your past person's energy toward you or just people around you. It's multiple people. Maybe you'll know what I'm referring to as you're watching it, because I do get the sense that these are people you know. These are not strangers. Obviously one of them is this past person. As I said, if you are dating this emperor, they can have people that are kind of like not happy you're together and in the mix somehow. But definitely be careful here. I do want to pull one more card. Since we're almost at 40 minutes anyway, this is my Law of Attraction deck. But new romance looks good. If you do want an in-depth reading of what's coming to you love-wise and you're single, my Patreon page has that. If you're currently already dating and this is a fairly new relationship, I have also videos on that, what to expect in your relationship. And then if you're just going through a breakup, I also have videos on that too, what to expect from your past person. So yeah, my Patreon is linked to it in the description box. Let's see, I'm really trying to figure out what you need to know toward the end of the month. I'm really leaning toward just labeling your video caution. Just watch your back, but I feel like that's a bit too scary, and I don't want to, overwhelm anyone or scare people off before they even get to see the whole message. Crisis, restructuring life, blessing within it, clearing space, bring solution. You see your deepest needs and emotion. This pretty much sums up everything. It's funny that comes out as I said that, but this is definitely the tower energy, the tower clearing away everything you needed to be rid of. But also you're kind of building, and I felt that with the Empress here and the Death card. You're really restructuring your life, as it says here, and regenerating. But again, just please be careful. Please be really self-aware this month. And I will see you either on my Patreon for your extended or later on when I make your mid-month video, probably next week. But until then, stay safe, stay happy. Bye.